Joining us from Baylor are our student athletes, Destiny Williams and Brittany Griner, and head coach Kim Mulkey.
I just want to make a couple of announcements that was Brian's first stop of the season, the six-over career. It's on the second belt by 11 in the NCAA tournament play. Candace Parker and 05 against Anya. With her 6 blocks tonight, that extended her NCAA tournament record third blocks to 71. And Williams' 13th double-double of the season. And this will be our 4th straight Sweet 16 and 7th overall.
I ain't getting double like
Okay. Coach, would you like to start with an opening statement? Okay, we'll go right to questions for our student athletes. Let's go right here.
Brittany, we know it's 2 points on the scoreboard, but the dunk seemed to fire you up, fire the team up. I mean, did you feel that?
Yeah, I think my team got fired up a little bit more than me. I got a little bit more fired up, I think, on the block, one of the blocks I had actually, but it definitely felt good throwing it down though.
It wasn't just any dunk, it put you in the history books with the NCAA tournament, Candace Parker. How special is that for you?
Definitely an honor. Happy and I don't know, just happy.
Brittany, over here. Sorry. Wendell Barnhouse, BigTollSports.com. I hope this is the last question about the dunk, but in warm-ups, the first 2 games you dunked, and the fans, I don't know if the fans around here have ever seen anything like that. They seem kind of happy to see something like that. Did you hear that reaction in warm-ups when you were doing that?
Yes, sir. First time I dunked in warm-up, the crowd, I could tell they really enjoyed it, and so I just kept dunking for them. So they.
Cherry Hill, Baylor Bear Insider. Destiny, I guess, like Bryce was talking about, did you feel like y'all got some energy from that dunk? Did it fire y'all up at all?
Of course it did. Did you see Nene Hayden?
She was Harlem shaking out there.
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing. No, it gave us a lot of energy. We came down, I think we made a stop or got a rebound and came back and went right back to her. So it's always good to see a girl like that to just throw it down. I think it even intimidated Florida for a second. You know, they just stepped back and watched. So it's fun to see and always fun to be around somebody to do that.
Florida hung around with you guys, Destiny, for a while. I mean, it was 9 at halftime, and then you guys extended the lead in the second half. What changed, other than the dunk?
I think our energy did. I think we stepped it up a notch, tried to pull away slowly, and we took our time, got more shots, better shots, threw it into the big girl. She dominated, got to the foul line. I thought that defensively we made a lot of stops. We turned it up a notch, and we just played better basketball, made better decisions the second half than we did the first.
Brittany, obviously the first 10 minutes of the game or so, you didn't have a shot attempt. They were really collapsing on you down low. Is it just a matter of staying patient and waiting for the opportunity?
Yes, sir. Just stay patient. I mean, even if I don't score, when they run the ball to me and they cut, I'm able to find them, and on the defensive end, I'm able to block shots and get rebounds for my team. So even if I don't score, I'm gonna try to do something, on the defensive end and just stay patient. Offense comes.
Destiny, that's not the first time you've seen that kind of defense, but when you see it, do you almost, have to make yourself take shots or take what they give you because they're leaving you open?
Florida has great defense. They pressure the ball well. They have great post players. They can move their feet defensively. We have to take what the defense give us, and they crowd BGB3 around, and it forces us to take shots because you can't drive towards the defense and turn it over or take a bad shot. So each day we continue to work on our shooting because we know that some defensively send players over to force them to take a shot, so we have to knock it down.
Brittany, when you guys kind of went after the jugular in the first 5 minutes of the second half, did you kind of figure that was your time to turn it on yourself?
Definitely, I know in the second half, I knew I had to step it up, and I got more looks, and we just kept running, our offense, and I just got open looks, and my team was able to find me, and I was able to find them.
Brittany, can you just talk about what Jordan Madden gives this team? I mean, she had a season high in scoring today, and obviously we know what she does defensively.
She's able to go up and alter shots too. She blocked some shots today. She defends on the ball, and she brings us energy.
Anything else for our student athletes? Okay. Ladies, thank you very much. Let's start with back here for the coach.
Kim Wendell, Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com. Just what's your assessment of the game? I mean, how did you think you all played? Was it good, bad?
Oh, I thought we played fine.
Okay.
I thought it was a Sweet 16 type of game, and Florida gives tremendous pressure on the perimeter and makes you work for everything and bringing it up the floor. And we won by 20. We were up 24. I don't know what y'all want me to say. Did they hang around a while? Is 9 points hanging around? Is 15? I don't know. We won. I don't know what y'all want us to win by, but I thought we were pretty much in control of the game the entire time. I thought Florida had 5 seniors on that floor, and those kids were heartbroken after the game, and yet they were very gracious in their handshakes and said, go win it all. And yet they played their hearts out, and that's what you want your teams to face. That's what you want your own team to do, is just play hard. And I thought Florida played extremely hard. I thought their offensive rebounding from the perimeter kept them in games. Kept them in the game today. They got a lot of long rebounds and second chance opportunities, and they rebounded with us and out-rebounded us on the offensive boards, but we've got to get better on keeping people off the offensive boards. Now, I didn't think the post players hurt us, but I thought the perimeter players killed us with offensive rebounding.
Kim, on that same theme, early in the game, you guys missed some shots around the goal, but it seemed like the crashing was there for you guys, and that was good in the beginning.
I thought it was a very physical game. I thought there was a lot of pushing and shoving, and that's fine. We've seen that in the Big 12, and they see it in the SEC, and you're trying to compete. You don't want your season to end, and we missed some layups. They missed some layups. Fatigue plays a factor in it when you're playing so hard for such a long period of time from the inline to the inline with the type of athletes you have on both sides. And I just thought that we were fine. What were we up 24 with a minute and a half to go, and Odyssey had a couple turnovers right there. And anyway, I'm ready to go home for a day.
Coach John Wagner from the Toledo Blade. Will you talk a little bit about the offensive adjustments you made coming into the second half? Your team was so efficient offensively to start the second half.
We talked about how to attack the zone better. We talked about slowing down. When you're pressured like that, you sometimes want to go and rush, and you do want to when it's a zone press to throw over the top and go score, but execute your offense better and recognize when they were man, when they were zone, and just be patient, set some screens in the zone, and make sure Griner got touches. Griner didn't get as many touches the first half because that's the way they played her. It was hard to get her touches. But at the same time, we had 5 players in double figures. So I go back to what I've said all along. I don't care how you guard Griner. We've seen it all. If you guard her with 2 and 3, the other positions are going to be exposed and we will score. If you guard her with one, you saw what happened tonight when they guarded her with one. So our kids have grown up enough to know that we're not going to see anything we have not seen. You know, I'd like to tell you that I ran something special, but I didn't run anything special. We just talked about setting screens, getting grinder touches, where to catch the ball, slow down a little bit.
Front row here first.
How much does a Brittany Griner dunk give this team a shot in the arm?
Well, we see it every day in practice. But that was pretty, that wasn't just a barely over the rim type of dunk. That was a monster dunk. And it fired me up because I think Brittany is so conscious of people writing good or bad about the dunk that she's scared to get excited sometimes and celebrate a dunk because she's been written about in a negative way. And I said, honey, if I could dunk it, I'd do backflips down the floor. And yet I think she's gotten away from trying to be monstrous with her going to the rim. And I told her about 2 weeks ago, I said, even if you miss it, it sends a message, we're here to play. And so it was good to see her do it. She might not have tried that two months ago.
Tim, you mentioned how physical the game is. It looked like Odyssey had 40 carries against the Chicago Bears 85 defense. It just seemed like she was really getting a lot of contact out there.
Well, we're going to look at film. Odyssey, as talented as she is, people forget that kid's only a sophomore. Those were 5 seniors out there at different times guarding her. And she gets caught up sometimes into the contact instead of being under control. Don't worry about that initial battle that you're having to fight right here. See everybody, know who needs to get the pass, and sometimes you just get so caught up in that one-on-one battle. And I think she did a lot of that tonight, and we've got to get her better at that and just get on by them, make the pass, and let's run our offense. And, you know, she's got fatigue there a little bit.
Let's go right here.
Kim, as a follow-up to that, you always compare the point guard to a quarterback. Sometimes they tell a quarterback to run out of bounds, stay away from that contact. Do you ever get that point with Odyssey? Because she takes a lot of tumbles during the game.
Let me tell you now. Here's what Odyssey well, she's not the only one on the team. Now you gotta listen to this. They are so athletic and great with their body control that they avoid contact, and I want them to make sure they make contact. And Odyssey just has such tremendous body control. She goes in there, she sees somebody, and she's trying to get the shot off. And I want her to go in there, and I want her to make contact. So it's a fine line between how talented you are to be able to do that and miss a shot, and there's no foul, so you're not rewarded. And she's one of several that I have like that on teaching them how to go in there, and we want you to make contact instead of trying to finish without being bumped. And Odyssey does that a lot.
This is Bowling Green's first time hosting this tournament. How was the experience?
Great. I said it at the press conference yesterday. The hospitality couldn't have been any better. I thought friendly faces. I thought people here were excited. Let me say this. I was excited that people were in the stands tonight. I was concerned that all the Ohio State people would not come back or would not give their tickets to somebody. And to walk out there today and see a full house, you appreciate your women's basketball. And that's the first thing that I would like to say is that people came out today and there really weren't Baylor or Florida fans here. We had our small contingency of fans for our respective universities, but I appreciate it.
Any final questions for the coach? Great, Coach. Thank you very much.